Hello, my friends, and welcome back. Thank you very much for being with me again today. It finally happens. Tucker Carlson will interview Vladimir Putin. Why? Because he tried before. Remember? He tried while he was working at Fox News, and there were a lot of people who said, "You can't do that. Why? You can't interview and you can't promote his views, or you can't allow the Americans to hear what that criminal has to say, his version. No, 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 it's only our version." And he dropped it. I don't know what happened, but he dropped it. Remember when he said that his emails were hacked by intelligence services? He was very angry. You can still find those videos. I think that he made on two sessions. He was angry with the American intelligence services. He claims hacked his emails and so on. It was a very weird situation over there for some, normal for others, and why it was not surprising. Now, since Tucker is an independent civilian, free and independent, he will, according to Russia Today, wants to interview Putin. Well, we'll find out. I'm almost 99% certain Putin will allow Tucker to interview him, and Tucker will spread. I think that Tucker will, I don't know, he plays with, this is very courageous move coming from Tucker, but very courageous move coming from him. He's what, 54, I think? Be careful, my friend. So let's read this article in the meantime. Russia Today, 27th of August 2023. Tucker Carlson wants to interview Putin, Russia Today chief editor. The popular US anchor has been strongly asking for a meeting with the Russian leader, Margarita Simonyan said. She is the Russia Today chief. Former Fox News anchor Tucker Carlson has been seeking an interview with Russian President Vladimir Putin, RT editor-in-chief Margarita Simonyan said on Sunday. And I'm quoting, "Carlson is strongly requesting an interview with Vladimir Putin," Simonyan said on a talk show aired by Russia 1 TV channel. And I'm quoting, "It would be great if someone listens and notifies the president about this." So we'll see how she got that information. Carlson has not commented on the matter. Putin rarely gives one-on-one interviews to foreign media. His last lengthy conversation with a Western journalist was an interview with CNBC anchor Hadley Gamble on the sidelines of the Russian Energy Week Forum in Moscow in October 2021. And I'm quoting, "Tucker Carlson Tonight, which aired on Fox from 2016 to 2023, was the highest rated show on US cable news. Carlson was abruptly fired from the channel in April. According to the journalist, the termination was one of the conditions of the settlements Fox News reached with the Dominion voting systems, which sued the channel for defamation over its coverage of the US 2020 presidential election. Carlson has since launched his own TV show. They don't say anything here about, that attempt that Tucker had when he worked at Fox News. I remember when he said he isn't, or the intelligence services broke the news. They have a little leak. How they do it. It's in unnamed source or confidential, blah blah blah. Someone said that Tucker is in emails connection with whatever the Russian presidency, not with Putin himself, obviously, to interview him. And Putin then said, "What's going on? How do these guys know?" And then they said, "Well, this is the way it goes. If you, an American citizen, contact a foreign individual, foreign source, and we are having that source under our radar, we can have a little, how do you call it? I can't remember how it's called now. Not a warrant, but they can listen and read all these guys' emails, supposedly only going towards that source. So you expose yourself. So let's say I call my mom or my dad, or I call whomever in overseas, and those guys are considered by these guys strange people. They can say, "Well, we're gonna get this little FISA court. That's how it is. FISA court, blah, 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 to listen to that guy. And they're going to have that little warrant. They will issue that. And by doing that, they have the right to listen to me. That's how I got it from what I've been listening. These guys barking around about this FISA and how they can do it. That's why they say, well, we could listen to Trump because if he contacted a foreign individual that is under our, then we can get deeper in what your communication is only with that guy, if you believe it. So from this article, Tucker did not contact the presidency this time. I don't know how Simonian is so informed that probably she's doing this in order to notify those guys over there. I don't know if Tucker has. You got to be very careful. Not that you do something illegal. Don't get me wrong. It's not that you do something that should be considered, treason or anything like that. I mean, I think I should be allowed to go and interview Zakharova. Is there a problem with that? Would be there a problem? Or Lavrov? Or I don't know, Zelensky? Why not? I should be allowed to interview whomever I want to interview. If I want to speak with the Ayatollah, or I can go and speak with Dalai Lama so he can... I should be allowed, regardless who that person is. If they want to talk to me, that's fine. But it seems like the free world has too much freedom. So I would die to hear that interview. Remember when it was, what's his name? Oliver Stone, the director, the American director, Oliver Stone, and he went to Putin and those Oliver Stone, whatever, files. Very interesting, very interesting. I watched them all, but nevertheless, we'll see if Tucker will get there. And I'm pretty sure Putin is going to say the same thing that he said so far. I don't think he has anything else to tell us, but hey, I would like to see that nevertheless, because these guys are afraid to go and ask because they're afraid this guy's going to say something. Like I saw, who was that? Charlie Rose, I think it was his name. He went and interviewed Putin a while ago. No, it was not that a long time ago. I think it was before anyway, all this. And I saw how that weasel Stephanopoulos, how he interpreted. Did he interview Stephanopoulos? Did he interview him as well? But Stephanopoulos was, I think, interviewing Charlie Rose, and they were playing, and I said, "What is this?" They cut and they edit and they put this part and they say, "This is what I got from this guy here," and then they ask this kind of question: "How was he?" And this guy's not gonna say, "Well, he was a blah, 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 blah." No, he was. Oh my God! Yeah, tell us. I remember when I gotta tell you this. When I went to college, United States of America, I had a course in history, and that professor was not a professor. She was a hateful individual, and she has an agenda, and she was an activist. So obviously, she didn't like me. I didn't like her, and she was telling us about a certain kind of book that we were required to read it. And that guy in the book is the very well known book. I think it's called The Rise and Fall of the Bababab. So if you read that book, the author gives his opinions, and she wanted us to get those opinions as facts, and I refused to do that, and that's why we parted way. I didn't complete that course. I said, you know what, I don't I'm gone. So that was the only course that I dropped in college. I said, because I still have time. I mean, I think I had like the first 2 weeks or something like this, 2 weeks, 3 weeks. I said, that's not gonna happen. No. I knew I would get I don't know, very bad with that person, and I don't want the hack, the whatever she was. But these guys were in his he's a very well known author, and he's like the dogma of that period of time. And he writes in his book, this is where I had a big argument with this woman, about when French lost and they went and they signed the armistice in the same train carriage that Germans took it from the museum and put them over there. I think where they had it, where they had the French had humiliated the Germans in the First World War in that train carriage where they signed the armistice, the capitulation, whatever it was. So Hitler did the same thing. So this guy, let me find the name for you. I can't remember his name. Here it is the Rise and Fall of the Third Reich, and is the William Shearer, this guy here. William Lawrence Shearer. So he tells us in the book, that's a part that she was very happy to tell us, how Shearer interpreted Hitler's movement. He went and looks at I don't know, it was Marshal Fuchs of the French statue. He went over there, he looked, turned around, and then he went to the carriage. He went over there, stayed in the carriage for, I don't know, about 2, 3, 4 minutes, and then he left. He didn't sign, he didn't speak with anybody. He left, let the other weasel deal with it. So Shearer tells us his interpretation of that guy's everything, like he moved, like he smirks, all that. He knew, and then we took that as, oh, that's what he was. That's interpretation of a weasel. What do you want? But anyway, just so you make that little thing. So the same here with Putin. When he's interviewed with these guys, they tell, yeah, how was Putin? And they tell us, yeah, that's your opinion. I don't trust your opinion. I want to see it. I want to be in it. So anyway, if Tucker does it, that will be fantastic. But he has to be careful. He has to be careful. I don't know. We'll see. Thank you very much for being with me again today. Stay strong, stay smart, look for the truth, and be just.